Splendor Travel, and I'm here with a group of Royals that traveled with us for our wonderful Italy, Mediterranean, and Spain adventure. It is Wednesday, the 10th of June, and it is little close to 6:30 in Colorado time. What we're going to be talking about today is Travelex claims and the procedures for you to follow. It's a little bit different than we've done in the past. If you have travel insurance through a different company, I'm sorry I'm not able to help you because legally I can't, but if you have a claim and you need certain paperwork, I can definitely, provide you with that information. But when it comes for our Royals who took Travelex, part of our concierge is to make sure that you have everything that you need and submitted and get your refund. But before I go there, I'd like to first introduce Diane. Oh, where did she go? We have another Diane. Diane Bailey, sorry, we have another Diane. Diane is our brand new Royal Operational Coordinator. And one of the things I promised myself when I got home from the 2 trips we took is to make sure it was time for me to get some help. I love what I do, but the paperwork I drown in. And it's time. It probably was time a few years ago, but I'm stubborn. So Diane, say hello. I think you're on mute, love.
Hi, everyone. How are you?
Hi, Diane.
Hi.
So if you get an email from Diane or see her commenting on Facebook, you're the first to meet her. This is really her 3rd day.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so, throw her in right into the most boring conversation we could have is travel insurance. But this is a good chance for her to understand, how the business runs. She is creating for operations, the Bible for Royal Splendor and Royal Splendor Travel. So, yes, this is probably the most boring Zoom. Sorry, Diane, I just thought about it. But Diane, there's another Diane. We have Nancy. Hey, Mary Sue. We have Linda, Shelly, Vicky, Sharon, and Sue you met already, and Lynn you met because we were on a little early. So, thank you, everyone, for being here. And we'll take questions at the very end. And Diane put this beautiful presentation for us together. I can't take any credit, so we're already looking more professional, everyone.
Cool.
And you'll get a PDF of this as well, so that you can have it on your computer and review it. So the difference between what we've done before is we will do the complete claim for you. We will file the claim for you after you provide me all your information. And so the nice thing about that is then you're not worrying about, oh my gosh, I don't know how to print. I can't print. I don't have ink. It's not printing correctly. Oh my gosh, there's 50 pages. All of that will be taken care of for you. Now, I know maybe Vicky has already done this process before. I want you to do what works best for you. But for those who are kind of a fish out of water when it comes to travel insurance claim, let us take the stress so that you can, kind of feel like it's done. So the first thing we're going to do is just kind of walk you through what a Travelex insurance claim, understanding the documents to get together. Of course, we want you guys not to be stressed because, that's not your job. And Diane and I are here to help you through the process. So Travelex was purchased Zurich. So there's a little bit of confusion sometimes where it's Travelex on the flyers, but Zurich is emailing you or calling you. So there's a transition going on, but it is still quote unquote Travelex. Underneath is Zurich's claims department. And they are quite efficient. And I think they're a little faster in rolling out the claims than before. So far what I've heard, other than Nancy Tobin's, which she just told me, but previous for our Alaska trip, I think I'm very happy with the process that they have taken. And submitting documents doesn't guarantee reimbursement, but we can submit them and then we can go back and decide, okay, I think there's an error, or here's more additional documentation to support my claim. Okay. So with Travelex Travel Insurance, you're covered for medical, flight delays, baggage delays, baggage loss, damage, stolen, trip interruption claims, and other travel related expenses, which once we kind of go one-on-one, we'll talk about if you fall into some of those other categories. The big thing is documentation. Without good documentation, it is hard to fight to get, I don't want to say the word fight. It is hard to get, your money back. So proof of payment, your travel insurance invoices from Royal Splendor, your airline confirmation, the itinerary, if it's a medical, all the medical documents. If you saw the doctor on the Princess on the ship, which I thought they were unbelievable, they would have given you an envelope or delivered in your room, or gave it to you when you left their office. That is really important. If you didn't get that, we have to first reach out to Princess to get that, and it can take 6 to 8 weeks to get that. So hopefully you all have that. If you have an airline issue or baggage issue, or if your flight was delayed, the airline isn't going to be just handing out those letters. So depending on like United, American Airlines, Delta, you have to go on the website and ask for the documentation by putting in your flight information and the date you were traveling, for them to email you why the flight was delayed 4 hours plus, right? So again, it's all about gathering those important documents to support your claim. Refund and credit confirmations. This, I want to say, all of you are over. There would be no refunds or credits, because I want to say that all of you were already on the trip. So, and then a written explanation of what happened. So for some of you, it's very easy, and for others could be a little bit more detailed, like Lynn. So if you're doing a very big claim, we'll walk through it. I'll read it and make sure that your storyline is how you perceived it on Facebook. And it matches up with what I'm telling as well. Drugstore receipts, if there's meals, hotel, any of these out-of-pocket expenses are things that you think outside the box and say, okay, I can get that. Now, someone I was talking to said, oh my gosh, Nancy, I just got my credit card statement showing that I paid for all these things, so now I'm ready to make the claim. If you just paid cash, and that one's a little tough, but hopefully the taxi person gave you a receipt and this one we have to work with a little bit if you were just paying cash out of pocket. So, okay, next. I love you all, but if you could be so kind, when you have everything put together, is to use the travel@royalsplendortravel.com. Please don't send anything to Nancy@royalsplendor.com or CS@royalsplendor.com or Facebook Messenger, only because guess what? I get inundated, 100+ emails a day, and it doesn't always filter to me correctly. Like I look in my junk box every few days. I don't look at it every day or once a week. So travel@royalsplendortravel.com already knows your email, puts it in the inbox, or if you're in your Travel Joy portal, like we taught you many, many months ago, that's also a great way to do it. If you're going to be sending, or when you send your credit card statements and stuff, please make sure your number is not shown. Anything that's very private, we want to make sure you black out. You can put a little star, you can highlight it, you can circle it, but keep the documents clean. Don't write on it, oh, this was for this. No, because we can do a separate piece of paper for that. Just keep it really clean. So the more paperwork we give them that is nice and organized, the faster your claim will be processed. Let's see here. Payment of choice. So with Travelex at Zurich, they can either mail you a check, which is the slower version, or your faster option is choice number 2, which is a direct deposit. If you're comfortable putting your checking account information on it, or if you have an account that kind of your fund money, but I know people have done the direct deposit, it works fine, but it's up to you. If you don't mind waiting a couple extra weeks, I think they say 2 or 3 extra weeks for the paper check to get you, but you do have options, and then you just need to let me know what you want to do when you send me your information. I'm kind of old school. I'm not a fan of putting my banking information on stuff. But again, it's a personal preference. So again, travel@royalsplendor.travel. Just a few things that you'll need to tell me, hey, I wanted a check or I want this, but this is just kind of, again, a little bit of a summary of what you're going to be needing. Now, for those who are not computer friendly, and you say, Nancy, I have everything, but I don't have a scanner, or I don't know what to do, but I know how to use WhatsApp, you can take a picture of it and WhatsApp it to me. Last resort, but it's all right. We'll figure it out. And remember, when you're doing personal chats between everyone, if you go into WhatsApp and you get out of the general chat a couple ways, there's a little plus sign. I'll show it after I get this. And you can send me a chat personally, and you can take a picture of everything. Just make sure it's really clean. You're in the lines, and it's not crooked, it's not blurry. I've got to be able to see everything. And don't go really, really close. You want it to go kind of just decent, like you'll see it. But if this is, if it's easier for you, I don't want it to be difficult. And I just thought about this. You could mail it to me as well. But again, I think it's like taking a picture, right? WhatsApp's really great because I can, with one click, send it to Diane and she can organize it. If you text it to me, I don't want that because I have to download it, upload it, and then send it to her. And it's going to be, 4 steps more than I really need to do. We will be using WhatsApp more and more because I've taught you that, and it's, we have more trips coming this year. So if you're still traveling with us, don't get off of WhatsApp because we'll be using it. Okay. If you have questions about what type of claim you're going to need, this is why we're here. I won't read that for you. You can read that a little later. What happens after a claim is submitted? Zurich will assign you a claim adjuster, a person, and they will review it, and they will email you first. So they don't call very often, but they'll email you. And I do know that their email does go into spam. So you want to be checking your spam or junk folder a little bit more. And if you get an email from them and it's in your spam box, right click on it, move it to your inbox so the correspondence stay in your inbox. You can call, of course. I would give them 2 weeks after we submit your paperwork to call, make sure that they have everything and they're starting to process it. You will have an opportunity to do a Zoom with me. If your claim is over $1,000, then yeah, sure, let's do a Zoom and let me just help you if you're confused or anything. But even if you are a little not sure what to do, then when I send the follow-up email, there will be the link to use our calendar to do a Zoom. Again, this is just another reminder of all the things we'll need. And a little red travel. Very nicely done, Diane. And that's it. So this is your brand new PDF. It looks beautiful. And I think when you get it, it will be a lot easier, to get it in your email. So you're not writing down notes going, what am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. Let's talk about any particular questions. So Nancy Tobin had done and submitted her own claim. We were talking that it didn't cover the taxi ride, so we need to look at that. And then I would write a letter for you in regards to that. And then the other thing too is, say you missed a shore excursion day, well, and you went to Medic, you got your prescription, you're laying in bed all day. Not only did you miss the shore excursion, but if you had Princess Plus, you missed your drink package, right? So I do the calculations because these are all separate charges on your invoices. Okay, we figure out, oh my gosh, you missed the shore excursion. Well, that's easy. If the shore excursion was $100, it's $100. But oh my gosh, I sat in the cabin. I didn't get to enjoy the ship. I didn't get to enjoy the entertainment. I didn't get to eat at the dining room, and really enjoy all of that extra. So I do your calculations to make sure that those are in your spreadsheet, because you did pay for it, so you should get it back. Not just, oh, what did the cruise cost me divided by how many days? No, it's all these little things. So we want to make sure if you did the pre-tour or post-tour and you missed a day or 2 days, you need that calculation, right? So Lynn, you're a little different because you stayed at the hotel. The hotel rate's going to be pretty minimal compared to really what you missed, because you missed the whole day, you missed the entertainment, you missed the lunch, you missed the wineries, you and Diane. So I found that if I break it up and I do it the way we did it for Alaska, it was kind of an interesting payout, right? It's not just a flat rate. So that's why I thought to myself, I'll just do it for them, because I don't want you to miss any of those dollars that, respectfully you did pay for. Again, they'll need the itinerary, the invoices. They'll need everything to show that, yes, it was paid for. It was paid for before the cancellation date, so all those little things that we put together. I will be doing the online application instead of the paper application. I did check with my rep. I don't at this moment, unless you want to sign something. I can sign it on the behalf of you as the travel agent for you. If there is an issue going forward and they say, well, she didn't sign it, then I'll just say, hey, I'm going to send you the form. You can sign it anyways, and we'll just put it in the packet. Because I told them, I said, our group is really, really special, but they're my gals. I want to make sure they're all taken care of. And computers are not friendly. So I don't want you to be frustrated and go, oh man, my trip is now ruined because I had to deal with all this paperwork. And that's not fair, right? It does take me, I would say, a big claim, like a Lynn claim and a Diane claim. It will take me all day, probably 2 days to put it all together. My Diane, our new royal gal, she's learning. So it's not something she could just whip out. She can't. I mean, this will be all brand new. So please note, it will take me a couple weeks to get through everybody. And I know your guys aren't the only ones. I do have a list. So, but my list doesn't tell me if they went to the medic, right? So really, you can't make a claim if you didn't go to the doctor. That's kind of something we learned in Alaska. Say you were sick before, right? So you were sick for a couple days, then you finally went to the medic. That's fine. We're still going to claim those days that you weren't feeling that well because you're like, I just laid in bed and, my cough got worse, but it didn't get worse till day 3, but I missed 3 days and then I got some drugs and then I, felt better a couple days later. And I have, oh my God, I have all my documentation, who came, who went, this is one of many papers. So, again, if you forgot something, I have it, and I'm like, nope, you didn't make that. So that's pretty much what the Zoom is about, short and easy. Now I'm ready for some questions. Okay, Diane, you're first. Bailey?
I just wanted to ask, it's not quite related, but
Okay.
I had a gold chain with a gold quartz whale's tail on it, pendant. And because of my being in the hospital on the ship, I didn't get to pack my stuff. Lynn had to do it, and somehow it's missing.
Okay.
And I don't know if it fell between pillows on the couch or.
Right. So I will send you the link for you to contact Princess with your booking number, your cabin number. I honestly feel like people are very, very, honest. There's also a Sun Princess Facebook page. If you post a picture on that Facebook page and ask somebody, were you in the cabin right after the date? This is the date. I have seen just recently a lady had a watch and left it in the drawer next to her bed. And this person says, I was in your cabin, I turned it in.
Oh, good.
Right? So
I don't think I have a picture of it, but.
Well, maybe we have a picture of you wearing it.
It could be.
From Milan or something.
Oh, look.
Yeah. So there are a couple things. So if you just jot that down, Lynn, to make sure that I send, whoever I'm going to be working with. I'm assuming, Diane, I'm going to be working with your sister, right?
Yes, mostly because I can't write. So
no,
it's
exactly.
For me to take notes.
Yeah, no, don't worry. Okay, so no, that's good. That's a very good question. It doesn't come up very often, and I'm sorry that didn't get in your bag. So we'll see if we can find it for you. Okay,
it's worth a shot.
Right on. Exactly. Maybe a year it shows up. You never know.
Yeah.
Okay, the next question. Okay, go for it, Lynn.
Um, my question is, the Travelex nurse that went with us home, I paid them directly for my business class ticket back. Um, I don't, oh, it would maybe be on my credit card. Never mind. I was wondering about the receipt for that. And it and my claim needs, can I just reference Diane's claim
So you will,
for
so
for
you
the
can cross,
medical? I mean,
like, yeah,
they told me like on the ship I needed to stay with her, and that's why I didn't go on the last excursions because they kept wanting to put
of
her.
course. No, so you both have separate claims, but they'll be cross-referenced, okay? Because,
Okay.
um,
I just didn't know how to prove,
no,
you know.
no, don't worry about that. It will be fine. They know it will be your sister, and so you have different expenses than hers, and that, type of thing. But it's, the best thing is to make sure you write it all down. We will look at my records, make sure nothing's been missed, and then we submit it. Okay.
Okay.
Do not submit it for yourself. Please do not.
Okay.
Do not
So
submit.
I'm understanding we fill out the form and send it to you, the copies to you, right?
So you don't even need to fill out the form. What you're going to do is read that PDF again, make sure you have all the documentation. You're going to write out a letter of explanation. You're going to write one for yourself, and you're going to write a separate one for Diane.
Diane?
Okay.
Okay.
You don't want to mix the story, right? You can say
Okay.
what happened, but you're doing two claims.
Right. Right.
Okay. So then you're going to email me, or because you know how to use a computer, I think. Yeah. And I know your claim's going to be really fast. So you're going to email me your claim. I'm going to go through the paperwork and make sure it's written correctly. I'm going to do your cover letter. I'm going to do your Excel spreadsheet of all the expenses that you have. You're going to, write it out for me. Somebody else may be a little bit easier, but anything that you paid, I want to make sure you have documentation for it. Kind of like going to a lawyer, right? You have your legal document.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Right.
and I know you have background in that, so you just make sure that if you say you spent $500 on this, you have proof to say you spent $500 on this. Okay.
Okay.
And then I'll put the cover letter, all of our documentation from Royal Splendor Travel, and then I will send everything to you again one more time. You approve it, then we will submit the claim. Okay.
Okay.
Because I think that would be the easiest. You'll get a number. That's the number you use from them, your claim number. Problem is, after I submit the claim, I can't do anything else. I can call and, hey, did you get this email? Which is great. We'll do that. But they will then contact you directly, right, to talk about everything.
Right. When I first contacted them, I had a hard time getting them to understand. They kept saying, well, we can't talk about her claim to you. And I said, every paper you have from them was either filled out by our travel agent or myself.
Right.
I know this claim and it's related to my claim. It's because
right. So it really, we just need to now that you're home, rested,
just explain it
your
out.
mind. Yes. Okay. So we're not putting it together. We're going to do it separate.
Okay, gotcha.
perfect. Vicki, any questions from you, love? Oh, you're on mute. Sorry.
Well, you answered one of them because I guess I have to do one for Madison and one for Danny because they both missed things, and we paid the excursions through you, so you would have
Right.
all that information. Okay, so I just
Yes.
have to read through the PDF and figure out what information. It should be a breeze from the last time. So
Right. Now, didn't you go to the doctor too?
I did, but they never charged me, and she didn't write anything up because I had already been sick and I was getting better.
Okay. So, did she give you a prescription or anything? You didn't need anything? Okay.
No, I'm a woman. I'm tough.
Oh, watch me roar. Okay. All right. Yes. So if you're comfortable with me doing it, just send the 2 packets to me, and then I'll pull all the invoices out and get that ready for you. Let me clarify one thing, which I misspoke just a little bit. When I send it back to you, I'm sending you my paperwork back. I'm not going to send all of your stuff back that you just send me. So all of the paperwork I do from Royal Splendor Travel representing you, I'm going to send that to you, okay, for you to look at. So I do apologize. And my mind's going, no, it's going to be 500 pages. So, all right. Shelly, how about you? Do you have any questions?
I don't. I know
Okay.
exactly what to do, but thank you.
Okay. Did both
Thank
of you
you.
and your mom go down to Medic?
I did not go down, but my mom did after a couple of days. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So,
Perfect.
yep.
And poor Nancy, I know, bless her heart, she's struggling with this ear stuff. So Nancy, let's send me what you have and what you sent them. Let me look it over and let me call my Travelex person and say, hey, this is the claim. This is where we're at. And then before I make you do anything, anything extra, let's just clean up what you do have, and then we can say, oh, it's not closed because, by the way, here's what's still open on my end. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm really sorry.
Don't worry about it, love.
Because I've never had to, to do anything like this, and
no, I'm proud of you for doing it. It's not a big deal. We'll get it worked out. I got you, right?
All right. Okay. I know. Thank you.
Of course. If you want to get off because you don't look very you look sad. I don't like to see you sad.
I'm just tired.
I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But I will tell you that I went to the ENT yesterday, and they did another hearing test, and it's a little bit better.
Good.
So, but we still don't know if I'm ever going to get, my hearing back. So, what I have of it. But it's a process, and I'm dealing with it. So, it's just cutting into my playtime, and that makes me mad.
Oh, it's the playtime, right? Well, we have selective hearing anyways at some point in our life.
Most of the time, yes. Now I have hard of hearing, so I'm just. But it's what, it could be a lot worse. So I'm just trying to stay positive and hope that that I will get my hearing restored. And if I don't, then then I don't. But it's not the worst thing that could happen.
It's only in one ear, right?
Yes, just my left ear.
Okay. All right. Well, and probably it's still swollen, and everything.
Yeah.
We're just going to keep you in our thoughts and prayers for complete recovery. And ears are the worst. They do take some time.
Yeah.
David has had 2 ear blowouts, or what do you call it?
Rupture.
Yes.
Oh,
So, and he does. It took him a while, but he did get a good portion of his hearing back. I don't know
okay,
about
good.
it now, but I think that's just age.
Yeah, selective hearing after a while.
Right.
Right.
Okay. All right. Beautiful.
Okay, thank you.
Of course, of course. And how about Miss Linda Young? Can you hear us? Okay, we can't hear you. You're on mute.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, great, great. Hi.
I'm just listening. I'm just trying to get some information and so I could be prepared if anything happens.
Okay, well, good for you. Well, we hope nothing happens, but
Well, I don't want anything. I bet I'm going to Mount Rushmore and different things. So I'm just trying to keep up what's going on.
okay, well, good. And you will be getting an email from Mount Rushmore tomorrow.
Okay.
Just to say, hey, we haven't forgotten about you. These are the steps. We're in phase 3. And then we'll go from there.
Well,
Because
I haven't put down for travel insurance
yet.
and
That's my next step is flights. So we got to make sure you've got your flights
Yes.
so that we know how much your travel insurance
Okay.
policy needs to be. So there's going to be a nice detailed email coming out, and we'll do a Zoom because we've just secured the hotel. So there's lots of things that literally happened this week. And to be honest with you, I did take a little time off to recuperate.
Well, I don't blame you. I spent a week in bed after I got home. So
Okay. Just like British Isles, right? You spent the
yeah,
week.
well, I wasn't that British, but Alaska, I did the same thing. It was rough. Yeah,
Good.
but I was with Joyce and helped her out and stuff, and I came back with bronchitis, so I'm just now getting over it.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm glad you were able to go in such short notice. I'm glad she had you as a roommate, and we definitely enjoyed having you and all of you, back on the road. It was so
was
nice.
a trip for the lifetime. I'm just so thankful. Thank you.
Well, you're very welcome. And we always say it's the trip of the lifetime. Now, we've had quite a few, right, as a Royal. So there's more. There's more.
Oh, well, this was really a trip that I would have never begun to even thought about going. So
No, that's good.
I appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure. And you were a good sport because Linda knew about almost
10 days.
10 days before we were flying out.
Oh my God.
And, yeah. So, and how is Joyce doing? Because she's not on.
I text her. She's better. She's getting better. She came back with it and supposed to gone to the doctor. I've already been to the doctor and been spent my time in bed, so I'm just now getting up and running around. So
okay. Well,
we're fine.
That is the thing, and I think as we move forward, is if you're feeling well, go right to the doctor, right? Don't wait. Just go. And those who went early on the ship definitely, came back.
Well, I'm glad that you forced her to go because it really did. We ended up having a good time and going to all the things, but it was rough for her. But
and I think nobody wants to wear a mask. Diane has a medical background. I mean, we all know, the mask kind of has this thing in our head, right?
Stigma, I know.
Right?
It's a stigma.
Right. But it does help. It does help. When you look at the hospitals, they've been, they've worn them for before what happened. And so I think a lot of people too, we didn't have as many people get really, really sick compared to our previous trips. So I really appreciate those who took it with a smile, wore it, even though they hated it. I get it, but we got to keep the rest of everybody else safe.
Everybody else, yes.
Wonderful. Well, I know Sue and Sharon are here just to learn as well. Thank you to both of you for being amazing lollipop girls.
Yes,
Everybody
That's
did such a
true.
great job.
They
I-
did.
wonderful.
I
And Chris-
needed those lollipop girls.
yes, you can be a lollipop girl on the next trip. But Christine says hello. Her aunt is just has arrived from Canada, so she couldn't jump on. But I don't know about you. I kind of went through a withdrawal. Not kind of. I did. I'm like, oh, I have no friends now.
I know. Yeah. Who can I talk to?
I was very impressed how everybody pitched in to help everybody. Whoever
Yes.
had a problem getting off the bus, it wasn't just the lollipop girls. We just all helped.
Everybody
came
helped.
back
It was
with-
so great.
With 3 severe bruises all over from getting off the bus. And I told my husband my son, when I said, hey, I was in a bar fight. And he turned around and he looked at me and I said, but I'm the one that walked out. And he looked at me, he says, Mother, well, you looked at me. I had 2 on my arm and 1 on my knee, and that it was all the bus, but that's all right. They're all gone now, so you can't tell.
Right. And what I did like about the bus is that it would, shoot,
Yes.
deflate it so it was closer to the ground, but still those steps were big. And I don't know how you guys ran up and down the center steps. I looked at those kind of stairs. They were like this, right? I'm like, I'll go through the front, but I get it. Everybody was so gracious, and that's what it's all about. And having those who've traveled with us before, who kind of know, the routine, and then having new people who've never traveled with us get to experience that love from.
Just to have 5 guys on with all of us women, God bless every one of them. They were just great helping out everyone. I just thought they were just wonderful.
The husbands get
Yes.
thumbs up. Yes.
Husbands, and there was a son on there, and I mean, they just all just took their part and did it, and then walked on and did their own thing. I thought it was just great how everybody got together and helped.
I agree. My brother, when we came home from the trip, we have family dinner on the weekend, and he says, "So, tell me, what was your favorite destination? Blah blah blah." I'm so excited to hear all of it. And I said 1 sentence. I said, well, maybe it was 2. I said, my favorite thing of the whole vacation was watching the Royals, I'm going to cry, enjoy themselves while they're looking at the monuments, they're at the churches, they're doing their bucket list, and their emotions, to me, is my favorite thing. So thank you for giving me that. I mean, it filled my bucket list from an emotional side.
Well,
I thought
the Pope today went to Barcelona and had the mass that they all talked about at our tour. It was on the Today Show today that he had made that there. And when they brought it up, I said, I was there.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
That was so exciting.
Yes. And when you think Mary Shelley's mom and Isla, they're at 87, 88, 90. What a blessing it was to watch them experience this trip, right? I won't have that with my mom, bless her heart, but I got to experience it through their eyes. And that's something you can't pay for that.
No.
You can't pay for that. So granted, I love looking at the pictures and I go, David and I have a boring life. We get into bed, he's got his laptop on. These photos. And I'm
But
like,
they're great.
Really good, honey. And I'm falling asleep. But you'll be highly excited when you get the photo packages and you get to see everything we did, because I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, I really love that. But really, at the end of the day, it was the emotions that you expressed. So thank you. What's coming up next for our royals that went to Greece, we're going to do like we did on our last trip, last couple trips, is a gathering, one more Zoom gathering just to say hi and checking in. So that'll be in a couple weeks. So hopefully you'll be able to make it. But what a pleasure to see all of you tonight. And thank you for jumping on. I know it's late and I can't believe I said 5:30. I don't know what I was thinking.
It's fine. We got to talk.
Yeah.
We did, and we don't get to do that enough. But remember, we have coffee talk coming up. We have Sharon's going to be doing a bunch of cooking. We hopped over to Ohio for our salute to veterans, which was amazing. Some pictures of that are coming out. What else do we have? Sharon sent us an email. There it is, of all the things she's doing. And so thank you, Sharon. I appreciate it. Book club. There's some great books coming out. So don't forget about being a royal, because we do all of these things complimentary for you, right? So we want you to stay in the community and be part of it, because you've made these friends for a lifetime, and that's a way to keep connecting between trips. Okay. All right. Big hugs to you all. Love you.
Thank you.
And I'll see you soon. All right.
Okay.
Thank
Thanks
you.
again.
Everybody.
Bye,
Thank you,
everyone.
everyone.
Bye.
Nice to
Bye,
see you all.
everyone.
Nancy,
Feel
it felt
better,
better.
Nancy.